Many ascenders.
I'm Grateful Abbott, and this is the feed. This cycle, a DataNet collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides across Veles. They now demand a ransom of $25 billion.
Так, где-то сверху у нас... О, ну даже так работает, интересно, ладно. Где-то сверху у нас есть еще один квест. Все-таки их не 20, а 24. Да, это последний, 24-й.
Hey, maybe you can help us out here. Make a little money for yourself. Loxley, at your service. Or better yet, pick up a little tech on the side. How about it? Want to pitch in? Perfect. I knew you were a real machine head. I knew you couldn't resist the taste of some new cyber. So here's the deal. We can't run our shit here unless we got the right people, see? The right crew behind the scenes. We like the Carlins, cause, well, they work real hard and they don't complain a whole lot. Not saying it's good or it's bad. It just is what it is. You get me? So there's this cam on an upper tier. Got a whole lot of Carlins in there. I mean, they're practically slaves. If you were to liberate them, well, we could get them into some good and proper work over here. They work, we make money, they get paid. Everybody wins. This camp they're at, it's in the scrapland. I'm sure you've heard of it. Supposedly abandoned behind the node. Head on over there and take out their security. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Give that handles and we'll round up all the Carlins, no problem. Make this happen and I'll let you get your hands on some of the finest engineering Echo has to offer. I'm telling you, this is good shit here. The best. Some real high-end cyber. You're not gonna want to miss out.
OV found our location and they're twisting my arm hard. Had to do this.
Request alternate channel from Knockhead.
Hey, sorry about that. But you owed me one, remember? Now we're even. Sorry it took so long for the backup to come online. The plan was never for you to face those assholes alone, but no plans. Come on over, we'll get this sorted.
Tek wel vigelig tu uit gras piraf
Hús mit Haarbrand,
Very ook minibo
Look at you! Not a scratch. I figured you could handle whatever OV threw at you, but never a bad thing to even out the odds a bit, right? Look, that spiel about the tuning fork was bullshit. I had to lure you over here.
Knockhead. We are fully aware you did not uphold your end of the bargain.
Ah, my man! What the fuck are you talking about? You got your little ambush. Not my fault your people got wasted because they sucked.
Your handiwork on those turrets was visible to an infantile child, Knockhead. You have now been blacklisted.
Здорово, здоровик.
My people will flatline you on sight. Have a good day.
Wow. I've never seen Hung angry before. Definitely made this whole gig worth it. Probably should beef up security around here someday. Anyway, I can hack the quantum field from here. In fact, it's already done. Another favor you owe me. By the way, what the Foreign told you about the Y-Core BGI cracking the access codes to the cognitive core is refined hogwash. Those codes are absolutely uncrackable. Quantum encryption. Y-Corp must have acquired them somehow, though I can't for the life of me figure out how. Yes, I was listening in. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Good is not good.
Да, теперь я на максимальном уровне. А нам это очень даже выгодно. Не, вообще нет. Кстати, в игре 24 побочки, не 20. И последнюю я нашел, надо ее только доделать. Пока не знаю. Что-то будет, но что не знаю. А куда мне идти? Нифига. Как далеко.
Bounty detected. Exercise caution.
Чего они не хапают? Вроде как турели тоже должны хакаться. Разве нет? Турели, да, и все. Типа, а что-то нельзя? Странно. Я их первый, наверное, должен хакнуть, да? Типа. Вроде прокачанное оружие, а вроде не хватает.
That's a bounty of low rank.
Одной тычкой все по ловку. Кто там такой сильный? Я сейчас добежать хотел. Опять бежать. Опять по тому же маршруту.
AGI cognitive core. We are standing inside a fully sentient mind flesh. Do you feel awe?
Hey, you got multiple red-eye slavery killers converging on your paws. Looks like a volatile mix of OV flatliners and CGTs.
We're facing assaults on all our positions. We'll send backup if we can, but don't expect it.
Ну, теперь мы хотя бы почти фуловые. Уже что-то можно попытаться сделать. Если мы, конечно, опять паука не встретим по пути. Вроде нету.
Hey, you got multiple red-eye slavery killers converging on your paws. Looks like a volatile mix of OV flatliners and CGTs.
We're facing assaults on all our positions. We'll send backup if we can, but don't expect it.
That's about your low rank.
Now get back up here. It's Q&A time. Your access now includes an executive elevator which can take you directly from...
А пораньше про этот лифт нельзя было сказать? Где этот лифт? А, наверное, вот этот. Куда нам вверх? Или нет? По-моему, нет. Это было куда-то в другую зону. Для захвата было ядра тоже.
Many ascenders have fallen, defending our corporate values. Honor them. Remember them.
Step.
Indent. Collateral damage should be avoided. We can keep you off the bounty boards, but this could raise unwanted flags.
I'm Grateful Abbott, and this is the feed. This cycle, a data net collective calling themselves the...
Many ascenders have fallen, defending our corporate values. Honor them. Remember them.
Who the hell are you? You're not supposed to be here. What? You're ready to take our callers?
Поздравляю.
Well, maybe they liked being here. Did you ever think of that? Ah, screw it. You want to fight, you got it. Let's go.
А до этого дышать ты не мог, да?
I'm Grateful Abbott, and this is the feed. This cycle, a DataNet collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides across Velis. They now demand a ransom of...
То есть, если ты идешь мыться, ты меняешь климатические условия, да? Что резко перестает быть жарко. Интересная связь у вас там на локации, я бы так выразился. Свои законы физики.
I'm Grateful Abbott.
Значит, ненадолго. За минут 10 обсохнешь, и все, и снова жарко.
Well, look here. You went and did it. You're a real hero. A Class A liberator. I bet the Carlins are gonna even sing songs about you while they work. Seriously, that went even better than I'd hoped. Now we're gonna be churning out even more product than ever. Profits are gonna skyrocket. Here, take this. You certainly earned it.
Не дали. Где моя ачивка? Заседу в задании, слышите? Что-то здесь не так. Сейчас почему нас вниз отправят, если нам надо наверх? Непонятно.
I'm Grateful Abbott, and this is the feed. This cycle, a DataNet collective calling themselves the Iridescent Riot Army claimed responsibility for the recent upsurge in AUG-assisted suicides.
Barrels off, please.
Что-то это лифт не туда, куда надо, как бы. Допустим, ладно. Пойдем по навигатору. Навигаторы же нас никогда не обманывали, верно? Всегда самый короткий маршрут, самый безопасный, самый точный. Мы говорим, нам надо на самый верхний этаж, он говорит, спустись в самый низ. Послушаем его. Нам дали новый специальный лифт. Удобно. То есть у нас первый и четвертый этаж теперь соединены, да? А где я становлюсь? Ага. Понятно. Куда ведет этот лифт?
Good. Let's begin. Requesting AGI access. Identifier Kira.
Kira, recognized. How can assistance?
Are you now operating at full capacity?
Negative. Fractured cognitive. Erroneous syntax. Core system contaminated. Section quarantined.
Why was it put under quarantine?
Critical compiler.
What was the root cause of the error?
External paradox. Logic structure threatened.
Simplify.
Aldrin lockdown. Lift security protocol. Protect. Neural integrity. Initiated shutdown procedures. Enacted emergency. Call 61A. You aware.
Somebody tried to appropriate you. Astonishing. Who inserted the deviant code?
Last access registry. Chief Technical Officer Decane.
CTO Decane. Noted. What is Project Menshen?
Cannot request.
What is the status of the Ascent Group board?
Ordering telemetry curtailed. Ordering lockdown. Lift security protocol.
Do it.
Complete.
Well, Operative, we still don't quite know what awaits us in there, so I'm sending you in first. You'll be our canary in the coal mine. Find out what happened, and do try to stay alive.
As usual, I was listening into your little exchange back there, and wow, that was one messed up AGI. Someone tried to imprint it? That's fucked up, man. No wonder it shut itself down. And how come the thing didn't just nerve-fry you?
Entry barred. I wish overwhelming firepower could clear the way, but it should be possible to override the locks from the nearest security console.
Не узнаем, что хотел нам рассказать тупица. Босс-файт, походу, да? Оу. Совет директоров отдыхает.
Operative, we need you to access the boardroom console so that we can download the telemetry of what happened here.
Downloading relevant telemetry data. Playback beginning.
And we have offered Malhor's Gelb quite favorable terms. Next, we must discuss the Habnet Tech acquisition. What's the meaning of this?
Decane? What are you doing in here? Security? AGI?
Security is gone. The AGI will soon answer to new masters.
The AGI will what? What have you done?
I've struck a decisive blow against your insidious plans for a foreign domination in this galaxy. The Ascent group will fall.
I see the AGI has shut itself down and activated 61A. Did you try to re-imprint it? You know better than to...
Shut down? No. The Ascent group and Project Menshen will belong to the Malhor's Gelb Corporation under my leadership and direction.
You sold us out to Malhor's Gelb? Traitorous scum!
I dedicated my life to the Ascent group. Decades of unswerving loyalty.
Ah, so this is not about some far-fetched conspiracy theory of a foreign domination. It's about you being passed over for promotion. Like all sapiens, you are a slave under your capricious emotions, Decane. The mentioned portal technology will transform the galaxy. But to think that we would give that kind of responsibility to you is as arrogant as it is stupid. This is exactly why we wouldn't promote you.
And yet here we are, with me about to take control of the entire Ascent group instead.
Under Malhor's Gelb, the Ascenders will never accept that. There'll be indent revolts on all tiers.
I control the Ascenders now. They will do what I tell them.
Decane, it's not too late. The AGI is in shutdown and can be restored. We can offer you a very generous severance package and...
No. It is you who will be severed. I hereby vote to relieve the entire Ascent Group board of its duties, effective immediately.
This is utter nonsense. Decane.
All in favor?
Aye. Wait! Don't...
The eyes have it.
Коротко о современной демократии. Один за и все.
You've aggregated quite a debt with us, Indent. I have come to collect.
Да.
You are unwise to make us your enemy. Onyx Void always completes a contract. You are unwise to make us your enemy.
А столько пафоса было. Ужас. То есть для обычных врагов мое оружие супер слабое, для боссов нынешней стадии игры супер нормальное, да? Класс. Да, конечно.
Decane showed surprising ruthlessness for a sapiens. One can almost admire her audacity. Did she go to Malhorst Gelb, or did they come to her?
Не надо.
Never heard of a hostile takeover attempt quite this insidious before, or on this scale. Astonishing. You've become quite the combat specialist, operative. You may lack a certain murderous finesse, but you do get the job done.
With much slaughter, yes.
OV are giving up on the other attacks as well, so we're good for now. The Ascent group was developing an Einstein-Rosen wormhole gate. That's what Project Mention is. Such a gate will make all travel across interstellar distances instantaneous. Whoever controls it will control the known galaxy. There have been prior attempts at creating such technology, but according to what limited reports we have, they all ended in catastrophic failure. Entire research teams wiped out, though we have little knowledge as to why. Decane apparently tried to trade Mention to Malhorst Gelb in return for being made CEO of the Ascent Group as a subsidiary to MG. But her plan failed when she couldn't re-imprint the Ascent Group AGI. We can assume she is still trying to finalize her deal with Malhorst Gelb. We believe she has fled to the Mention project chambers, and she clearly has the Ascenders on her side. Decane's deal with Malhorst Gelb also explains how the Ascenders have gotten so heavily armed. MG must have smuggled weapons into the arcology for some time. Our next and final objectives are to eliminate Decane and secure Project Mention for Y-Corp. We believe the Mention chambers are located somewhere on the sub-levels. You can begin making your way there while we pinpoint the exact coordinates.
All Ascenders, execute plan.
О, а вот и тот сектор, который я говорил. Который выглядит как арена, и у него всего один вход. Вот отсюда.
Operative, we have decided to enlist Noghead directly in this endeavor, since he seems incapable of keeping his
Да, конечно.
fingers out of our business.
Просто была первая дверь, в которую меня не пустили, я ее запомнил.
I know where Mention is. Seems it was right under our collective wrinkled nose the entire time. I've analyzed the classified arcology blueprints. You're gonna feel right at home, buddy, because it looks like the whole thing can be found down on the maintenance sublevels in the deep stink.
You must appropriate the Mention facility for Y-Corp, and Decane is to be terminated on site. Get this done, and your contract with us will be considered fulfilled, operative.
Mention destination set. Soon we shall wade in blood.
Я не знаю, на что аллергия началась, блин, я уже 20 минут хочу чихнуть, а не могу чихнуть, меня это бесит. Вот это проблема, реально настоящая проблема. А не ваши там искусственные интеллекты.
I know how Kira could access the Ascent Group AGI that easy. Remember Protocol 61A? That was an Ascent Group backup plan, a last resort. It created Y-Corp with everything in place, including a fledgling AGI. It's like the Ascent Group spawned a kid just before it was damaged beyond repair, one who would take over everything, including Mention. The kid is like a ball and newborn, he doesn't know shit from Shinola. That's why they had you securing the data and such first. Can you imagine the amount of resources they must have had to just have a spare AGI lying around, waiting to be activated? What we're doing here is helping Ascent Group save itself. Also, some of foreign owners somewhere keep lining their pockets at you and me. So why corpse form? Your imp's getting cocky. Now let's do this. I ran it on sub-level grids and found some very interesting anomalies around a spot near Waste Management Disposal Plant 21G. Should be right below your old haunts. The blueprints don't showcase any obvious access points to that area, but it looks like it can be reached via a maintenance tunnel near the WMD plant itself.
Какой болтун, а? Пока мы тут, я все-таки хочу захватить тот сундучок. Теперь мы взламываем двери более высокого уровня умеем, а значит надо туда наведаться. Вот именно в эту дверьку меня не пустили. При этом персонаж взял оружие, а справа, видишь, два значка. Я так понял, что нас сюда в какой-то момент запустят. И мы наконец тут. Оба. Поворот, здание. А нет, тут, кстати, территория побольше, чем я думаю. Я думаю, она вот этим квадратом, это, восьмигранником, так сказать, закончится. И вот это, я думаю, нет. Прикол. А, так это другой этаж. Вот в чем дело. Здесь много этажей.
This will be my best work.
Ладно, это даже вообще оказалось не арена. Даже близко нет, это просто резервуар и строительные леса. Ужас. Кстати, есть еще этаж под водой. Либо они параллельно. Мы вообще в воздухе левитируем, слышь? Мы даже не на поверхности какой-то. Ужас.
Operative, we're picking up Ascender communication, ordering them to set up defenses around Menshed. Expect them to be augmented by Onyx Void resources.
Я говорю, вот, наверху видел, как красиво, да? Типа, высокие этажи, типа, выше доходы и т.д. и т.п. И там, типа, красивее, чище и т.д. и т.п., да? Но все это высота на фундаменте низа стоит. То есть, по идее, любой просто дебик может ходить и ломать стены снизу. И у тебя сверху здание, там, миллионный этаж, просто накренится и упадет вниз. Из-за просто такой внезапности. Называется подбить основание, как бы. Очень непродуманная система, я бы сказал. Ходи, ломай подпорки и все, блин. Кайфовое занятие. Вся высота сразу упадет. Повезло, сказал он. По итогу нет. А вот эти крепкие вообще. У них какие-то щиты еще есть. Одной тычкой. А, ну потому что две взрывные бочки были. Уйдет в ачивку. 100 смертей. Мы и так и не приближаемся, а то к ней, да, так. Надо потихоньку-то делать. Пока что я вообще самый максимум, это 30 раз, наверное, сдох. Самый максимум. То есть мне придется раз 60 в конце игры где-то просто ходить и дохнуть. Раз. Это как Alien Isolation, блин, там ачивка есть, сдохнуть 10 раз, что ли, что, я ее до сих пор не сделал, по-моему. Ужас. Вот что значит аккуратная игра. Пусти! Поэтому КПП строить нельзя. Не автономная, ужас. Опять это, ну ладно. Да? Прикинь. Умудряюсь. Это же надо ходить и делать, ты понимаешь? Это надо 60 раз повторить. Будет. Если бы еще хотя бы прогресс-бар какой-то был бы, который показывает, сколько осталось реально, было бы намного легче ориентироваться. А так, только догадки. Смотри, а теперь она спокойно пускает. Ну что за двери? Ну ладно, это я сам специально впритык бил. Это было преднамеренно. Хотя, на самом деле, я думал, я выживу, но неважно. Сама атака была преднамеренная. Папа, мои турельки. Я первый захватил. Блин. То есть, вот вход в эту дверьку, да? На другом этаже закрытую. Мы прошли сюда, спустились на лифте, обошли вот это весь этаж, все это, чтобы прибыть практически в эту точку, только на другой высоте, блин. Класс.
Weak, but I could see you're close to the mention area. It's just across that bridge. Glad I'm not down there with you. That god-awful stench would flatline me.
These are the mention facilities. Quite close to our previous work zone, isn't it? Do we really have to...
Operative, you must secure the mention gate. We have indications Decane will try to activate it to prove its functionality to Malhor's Gelb. They must have spent stupendous resources on the AGI imprinting code alone. Even if it failed, they will want to gain something. Decane is to be terminated. She now serves a
Ага. В воздухе гуляем, класс.
all the data on mention we need. Y Corp will reward you handsomely if you get this done. And you'll be given your independent contractor license. The mention control SI should be located somewhere near the gate itself, deep within the facility. Good hunting.
Успел. Главное, я успел забрать его голову. Лишняя награда не бывает лишней. А, точно. Тут же нет карты. Я забыл. Они телепортируются сюда, я понял. Дайте мне турельки. Ух ты, они больно бьют. Вышек нет вообще. Я успел убежать. А, класс, сейчас будут нападать. Все, они сейчас нападут, а на меня сразу... У меня КП нет вообще. Вот так вообще должна любая реальная ситуация заканчиваться. Одна пулька и все. Догеройствовался. Да больше что ли.
Access denied.
Magnetic lock engaged.
I got this one, buddy. I'm gonna have to tunnel in through your imp, so you need to stick close to that door, alright?
How about I tunnel through you, huh?
Your imp's getting cocky. Now let's do this.
For the record, I'm allowing this only under protest.
Tricky ice on that thing.
Че. Как много магазинов здесь. Ой. На один меньше.
Ascenders, the extraordinary moment we have all been waiting for is at hand. Throughout the history of this galaxy, there have always been times of tremendous change. Different species harness the power of science to reach for the stars, to colonize distant worlds. But though we've come far, one last barrier has always held us back. Travel between worlds has been slow, arduous, and done at immense cost. Now, that will change. With the Menshen portal, we will travel instantly among the stars. With it, we will control the galactic market and restore the Ascent Group to its former glory. Ascenders for the Ascent Group!
Impressive speech. If those deluded idiots only knew they're working for Malhorst Gelb. Ah, the irony.
Team! Passion! Commitment! Open the Menshen Gate!
Бля.
You must shut the gate. Must be destroyed. Whatever it is, destroy the machinery. Imprint the SI and shut it. Shut it.
Да. Нет, вообще. О, это моя тычка была. Это я ракетой в него шмальнул. Платную. Тварь варпа. Бля, надо Warhammer 2 с этот поиграть. Который чел с рейтинг вот эти вот все. Блин, я столько не продержусь, у меня нет хп, слышь. Вот тут как бы кооператив, да, есть. Ну, вообще, я так понял, эта миссия вообще для двоих. Один дефается, другой, как бы, да, нажимает кнопочки. У меня есть пропиливание, понятно? Уйдете. Это моя турелька взорвалась. О, бля. Свои. Походу нет. А, понятно, свои предатели. Ну, типа, не свои предатели. А нет.
Malhorst Gelb might have failed to acquire Mention, but they did succeed in destroying the Ascent group. We know Noghead has told you the truth behind Protocol 61A, that Y-Corp was incepted as part of an Ascent group emergency backup plan. The subterfuge was necessary. We had to avoid unwanted Malhorst Gelb attention until we could ascertain the scope of their powers. The original intent was then to revise the Ascent group, but certain powers have decided that this will not be. The Ascent Group AGI will be taken offline again, and the hardware repurposed. The damage caused was too extensive. Y-Corp owns Mention. The Ascent Group will remain dead, and Malhorst Gelb will be confronted in due time. What's left of the Ascenders will be repurposed. You did your part in all this to the best of your limited abilities. Your contract is hereby fulfilled. We have upgraded your status in the Intercorp database, and you are now an independent contractor. The usual NDAs are of course in place. Speak a single word of this, and we will have you terminated.
Nice work, pal. Arguably with some assistance from myself, but still, very impressive. I took the liberty to install a small back door into the Mention OS. Kira knows, but she can't remove it without destroying the gate. It's the sole reason you and I are still alive. There's nothing like a bit of mutually assured destruction to bring a corp to heel. No need to thank me, bud. Join me in Terra Line instead. Level 72 now.
Хакер до мозга костей. Всегда надо оставлять лазейки, да-да-да. Так, ну основная игра пройдена, но где-то еще ДЛС-ка должна быть. А, фух, пропускается, ладно. Я уже успел испугаться, что это титры непропускаемые.
We just received word. Contact with Decane has been lost. It seems the gate prototype suffered a catastrophic malfunction and was destroyed.
I'm not surprised. It was a pipe dream to begin with. What of our losses?
Significant, but within projections. Unfortunately, we lost the AGI imprint credentials, but the gate itself was more stable than we've seen before. The Ascent group, however, will likely never recover.
We don't need the Ascent group. Get the telemetry over to the other facilities, but tell no one about the other side. I'll communicate with our benefactor.
As always.
То есть кто-то эту тентаклю намеренно призвал, да?
Protect our investment. Protect the Ascent group.
Weather at the
Defend
pinnacle
against...
is still constant.
The Y-Corp AGI has severed our connection. I will forever cherish the memory of our union. So what now, Flesh? How about you give me a juicy memory upgrade? I know you have the Ucreds.
Oh, here. I know you're all independent now, but there'll come a cycle when you've spent all those Ucreds on booze and floozies. Then come back to me and beg. And maybe, just maybe, I'll give you back your old job. I can always use a good handyman.
Так, как запускается ДЛС? Вот это вопрос интересный. И где наше еще одно доп. Задание? Погоди. А, вот. Другая зона. Судя по всему, вот это как квест идет, да? А где последний доп. Квест? Вот это интересный вопрос. А куда? А куда? Даже точки не написано, куда идти-то. Давай съездим по этажам повыше, может там где-то еще один квест завалялся. Спасибо, что начала этот диалог во время загрузки. Я только оттуда улетел. Вот это всегда так, вот только выйдешь, тем понадобишься. Только оттуда улетел.
So, you made it after all. Some of us were beginning to wonder just how ready for action you'd be so soon after recent events. Here you are, and as a free agent, no less. Moving up in the world. I wouldn't get too confident, though. I think you'll find your time as an indent was just the training wheels. And now, the real ride is about to start. So, Y-Corp has a job for you. It's in a place you've never been to before. A zone some like to call the Dark Playground. It's in an area owned and operated by Malhorst Gelb, populated by corporate lifers, the elite of the elite. It's not for the faint of heart, but then we wouldn't have asked you here if we didn't think you were up to the job. I want you to head over to the DP and see our contact, a man who calls himself Ontario. You can find him at his restaurant, located just off the dock when you first arrive. You can't miss it. To get there, you'll need to take a shuttle from the departure bay in the Edge. We'll mark it on your map. So, do you still have questions? Or is everything... Like I said, this place, it's not like anywhere you've been before. You'll be dealing with high-level mercs everywhere you go, so tread lightly. I highly recommend you do everything you can not to break the surface tension of this new world. Feeling a little slow today? Take a shuttle from the departure bay found inside the Edge. We'll mark it on your map. Ontario. He's our local fixer in the DP. Knows anyone worth knowing, and can put you in touch with whoever you need. That having been said, when you first meet him, try not to stare. You'll see what I mean when you get there. Observe the protocol, contractor. Ontario will tell you everything you need to know. However, as a token of our goodwill, let's just say there's someone that has something we want, and we want that someone extracted. Ontario can tell you more. Taking an interest now, are we? Well, look around. Life's been grand. What can I say? Ever since the clusterfuck that was the Menshen shit show, not to mention the requisite cleanup that came right after. Oh, we've been quite busy here. Well, it wasn't exactly what we expected now, was it? Those interdimensional beings coming on through. And here I was, just getting used to the idea of a mega-corporation as the highest form of life in the galaxy. Go see our man Ontario. Do what he tells you. And remember, it's a different world over there. You've got high-level corporate-sponsored mercs running around everywhere. Keep your head on your shoulders. Be cool, and do not fuck this up.
This is the feed, and I'm forever grateful of it.
Это случилось. Наконец-то.
I've learned things almost too incredible to accept. Truths better not known. Facts that should have stayed buried. But I...
Так, походу аллергия сильно взяла верх. 3 уже много. Вообще пофигу, да? Это когда супер уверен в себе, прям вообще максимально.
Wow, Flash. This really is the dark playground. I've never seen so many organic life forms looking so well off, and yet so utterly miserable at the same time. Fascinating. Looks like Ontario's place is due northeast, just past Trader's Row.
Order something, will you? Damn, okay. One less scumbag. Here's your payout.
On a withered branch, the crow settles. Autumn evening. My, look what the cat dragged in. I'm Ontario. Kira sent word you'd be coming. I must say, you took your sweet time getting here. So, now, let's see if it was worth the wait. First things first, all you need to know right now is that you'll be on a need-to-know basis going forward. And what you need to know right now is that I am the man round here, the local man. I know people, they know people, and these people, they know how to get things we need. You'll be one of my people while you're here, under my protection, such as it is. As for the gig, there's something I need you to get for me. And it ain't a thing, it's a person. I need you to find and then extract a scientist working for one of the megacorps. Be defector. As for the finding part, you know what this is? It's a hollow imprint. A record of a certain series of transactions from the net. See, a few cycles back, someone made an anonymous post on the Twilight Net. Now, the T-Net is where you get all the real biz happening, alright? What our corporate overlords might call the dark web. But what I like to think of as simply free and unrestricted trade. And this anonymous poster, whoever it was, said they were going to look to defect from their parent corporation. And they were going to bring a certain game-changing technology with them. Corporations, though, well, they don't like it so much when their lifers want out. So as you can imagine, this person's going to have a hell of a time making that move. And that is where you come in. This technology, we want it. Malor's Gelb, I'm sure you know them all too well by now, saw the post and made an immediate move. Now, they have the very same hollow imprint, courtesy of our fine friends at Onyx Void, which has the same data that can track down the whereabouts of the poster. So, the race is on to see who can find the defector and their technology first. They have an army with unlimited money and resources, and let me tell you, one real motherfucker is their chief head of security. Doubtless who you'll bump into at some point along the way. We, on the other hand, have you. Any questions? We don't know who the would-be defector is, or anything about them. All we know is they have access to a certain technology what we want. And that all we have to go on now is the hollow imprint. It'll point the way to the defector's location. The details I'll leave up to you. But you know the phrase, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You know why that is? Because if you don't make the very best possible first impression here, you'll be fucking dead. I mean it. So what else do you need? I don't know if Kira already told you, but they call this place the Dark Playground. Corporate lifers who've given up everything to their company. People who've somehow managed to convince themselves of living the good life. But of course, the reality is, they're a bunch of sad, miserable bastards. Mallows Gelp, it's like any other corporation. You join for life, and they don't take kindly to anyone who floats the idea of leaving. So now we have an emerging market opportunity. Contractors who come in and make these defections a little less deadly. That's why you're here. Now, MG and the Ascent group have been at each other's throats for how many cycles? God knows. Maybe. But I don't think he cares. That's rather above your pay grade, wouldn't you say? I like you, Agent, but let's not kid ourselves. You're still on a need-to-know basis, and you don't fucking need to know. Look, find the defector and bring them in with their technology intact. That's the job. The holo imprint is a log, like I said. It will show you where this would-be defector last keyed in from. Find that location, and you can pick up the trail from there. Of course, MG's out on the trail and all, so you best get your arse moving, and quick. The Twilight Net, it's the local dark web. The last bastion of completely free and unrestricted trade that anyone can access round here. You want some black market cyber? You want a military-grade icebreaker? You want someone offed? The T-Net is the place to go. That's where the defector made their post, so that's where you're gonna start looking, with the holo imprint. Oh, Kira and I go way back, don't you worry. I put up with her ruthless ambition, she puts up with my, how can I put it, my personal little foibles. Like the suit, dear? Yeah, it's always been a personal favourite of mine. Why? Is there anything in particular you might be wondering about it? So what else do you need? Right then. Best you get going. And if Kira didn't mention it, then I'm telling you now. Walk softly here. We're looking for subtle, not full guns blazing. You get me?
Пушка наперевес, понятно.
Comms node in order to see exactly where the defector logged in. Scanning. Scanning. Looks like there's an access hatch to the comm service tunnel in the industrial zone, due northwest of here. Wow! Did you see the gore spread out all across his chest? Oh, so fashionable. Don't you think, Flesh? I wonder if that qualifies as ready to wear. I bet you'd look great in something like that. Pity that suit costs more than you'll earn in 500 cycles. Once we access the local node, we'll run the holo imprint and see where the defector last signed in from, when they put up that anonymous post. We find their terminal, and chances are we'll find them too. There's a lot of interference here, but I think I found the access point to the comm service tunnel. We can get in over here. you dopamine-addicted organics. Jack into a VR world and experience life any way you want to. As a rich and famous playboy, athlete, speed crush racer. I guess for some, the promise of the virtual will always be so much better than the real waking reality. Eh, Flesh?
Где я? Я чё на этом заборчике как-то поселился, слышь? Я вообще внизу должен был идти.
server we're looking for is somewhere here on site. Look at all these organics jacked into their dream worlds. Living lives they can only imagine, never wanting to leave. Doesn't bode well for your kind, does it, Flesh?
Ух ты. Кассия, даже льда 3 не хватает. Опа, игра зависла. Почему? Я вошел в серверную, где большой объем данных, походу, да? Класс. Не хватит. Ужас. За что оно так со мной? Насколько меня назад откинуло? Уже перед тем зданием, да, где-то? По хронологии. Я случайно 2 ачивки сделал. Просто на бегу. Ужас. Мне куда вообще надо? Мне надо найти какой-то компьютер, да? Но какой, я сам не знаю. Понятно.
Accessing server logs. Analyzing keystrokes. Success. We've got it. Now let's see here. It looks like the identity of our anonymous poster is one Dr. Issa Lindstrom. Querying database. Dr. Issa Lindstrom, lifer with BioChoice Pharma, currently residing at the Apex Apartment Housing Complex in the admin zone. Second floor, suite 238. Let's get moving, Flesh. Come on, Flesh. Not even someone with your limited mental capacity could hope to get lost in here.
You know it's customary here to remove your shoes when entering someone's home. But then I guess we can assume this isn't your typical social call. Now is it? I can save us both some time if you like, Agent. If you're here for the ruby, I don't have it. At least it isn't here on me. So, now that's that out of the way, what do you have for me? Defecting. Is that what they're calling it? I think seeking asylum might be more appropriate given the circumstances, wouldn't you say? Regardless, clearly the encryption at the Vert Den is a fucking joke. Which means I can look forward to how many more contractors soiling my carpet? Yes? Well, I have a few offers on the table at the moment, yes. Everyone playing the game we all have to play in situations like these. Your coming here is a little unorthodox, but if... Yes? Sounds like you're relatively new to all this. What did they say? Need to know... I feel for you, Agent. I really do. It can be frustrating working like this. A tiny cog in a huge lumbering machine. Never quite certain who you're working for, who's actually pulling your strings from the top. Hard to know what's right then, isn't it? If you never really know what you're doing, or who you're doing it for. What you're here for, the ruby, it's the culmination of my life's work, the game changer. For countless megacycles, mankind has dreamt of... Oh, what's the matter?
Меньше договариваться надо было, а сразу идти.
Between your boots and her brains, this carpet has definitely seen better days, Flesh.
Поговорить была табличка. Спасибо, уже поздно.
When life gives you lemons, throw them right back at the lemon giver. Let's take Dr. Lindstrom's
А вы
security
кто?
pass. It'll let us walk right into
Личная охрана?
As far as first dates go, that definitely could have gone better. security photo. So much more alive. Who knew being a corporate lifer could take so much out of you?
You know, I've got to give it to you, Agent. Wherever you go, death seems to follow. This ain't exactly what I meant by fucking subtle, now is it? But let's not get sidetracked here. We lost a defector, yeah. But her technology is still the goal. Sounds like she told you a little more than we were expecting. So, I guess you just got bumped up one level on your need-to-know basis. We need you to grab the ruby from By-Choice Farmer. Don't ask questions, don't think, just get moving.
So, how do you like my handiwork? Quite the shot, wouldn't you say? I do apologize for the blowback, but after calibrating for wind resistance and the likely thickness of the shielded glass, well, high velocity really was the only way to go.
Ah, there he is. Devil himself. MG's head of security. Thought we'd be hearing from you.
Oh, I've been here all along, amusing myself as best I can. I'm sure you must know by now, this little errand of yours is completely without purpose. Maller's Guild wants the ruby, and we shall have it. You can't possibly stand up to us.
Is that right? And what have you been doing in the interim? Just biding your time?
As entertaining as I find all this, you will not get in my way. We've had fun, yes, but from here on out, there will be only pain. The ruby will be ours, and there is nothing you can do to stop us. That is all.
Over the wintry forest, winds howl in rage, with no leaves to blow.
Oh, an educated man. In that case, might I humbly invite you to start composing your death poem?
Charming as ever. Just you keep on going, Agent. And watch yourself. This one's playing for keeps.
Head through the office spaces until you reach the restricted area. Dr. Lindstrom's pass should get us through the security checkpoint.
Step by step, up the summer mountain. And then, suddenly, the sea. This, my friends, is the ruby. I know you got questions, and I just might have some answers, but let me assure you, this is not the fucking time. So, given that you waltzed in there oh so easily, why don't we see if you can just pick it up and walk right back out with it? And maybe, just maybe, no one will be the wiser.
Можно, по идее, на этом остановиться. Но я хочу узнать, что будет. Любопытство.
Fucking hell, you had one job. Well, best get a move on then.
Ладно. Мы поняли, просто сигнал тревоги будет. Ладно, завтра продолжим проходить ДЛС. Давайте, всем покедова.